So back when I was on my 15-day break before the schools reopened, I was desperately searching for ways to become more extroverted. And well, I made the mistake of asking for advice on Discord of all places. And that was a big mistake. I got pinged like 6 or 7 times, just to be told, don't be extroverted, you'll regret it. Or no friends is best, or just someone would reply with just one or two is good, and all this pessimistic garbage thrown at me, like don't do this, don't do that. And now that I've actually lived life being an introvert and then an extrovert, let me tell you all of that advice was complete bullshit. First of all, let me clear something up because I don't want people getting confused. I'm not saying you shouldn't have best friends. Although honestly, it feels weird to even phrase it like that because I'm pretty sure after a certain age we don't call people best friends. But yeah, you get the point. Like my best friend is like a brother to me, and I have one person, one best friend who I would talk about the shittiest things with. And even after a year of not talking, we could hook back up like not hook is not the right word, but you get the point. So yeah, I do think you should have that one person you don't keep everything bottled up with. But here's the thing, be very, very, very extremely picky about that friend. My one won't ever crack. He's not that type of person. I might, like, I'm not that type of person, but yeah, I'm pretty sure, 100% sure he won't ever. So choose carefully when picking that best friend, that brother, the person you will dump stuff onto and listen to his. Now, let me address this whole no friends argument because it's ridiculous. Having friends doesn't mean they're super close to you and they know everything about you. Friendship is sometimes just basic give and take. People confuse friends with a brother or a best friend, and those are completely different things. You don't need to tell everything to that other guy or girl. Second thing, many people fear betrayal and all that stuff. And honestly, if you aren't oversharing, you have nothing to worry about because betrayal will only hurt a lot if it comes from someone you really care about. And this is a problem many introverts or socially awkward people face. Sometimes, when people give them attention and time, and when they warm up to them, the introvert just gets attached to that specific person. And I'll tell you, don't do that. It's really damaging because even I, when I was an introvert, would hold my one or two best friend back just because I was scared to do stuff with them, like debates and competitions. So stop that. Don't get attached to everyone. If you don't want to do something, you're scared of doing something, or if it's going against your morals, just don't do that. You don't need to drag everyone down with you. So, yeah, basically, don't get attached to everyone. You and I aren't the sun. The world doesn't revolve around us. And you have something you don't budge about, just move back and don't cry about it. Like, why won't they follow me in this? Do it alone. Simple. Or find a group of people who would do it with you. And this is where having multiple friends help a lot because sticking to just one person is terrible. Let me give you my example. I used to have a huge group of friends and they still find ways to help me to this day. And this is the beauty of small friendship. It's simple give and take. Hey, I want to be in this events management for my resume. And the other friend would say, sure. And when he ever needs help, I'd do the same. Sometimes it's just the basic conversations, how are you? And how's everything around if you need help? That's simple. You don't have to know each other's deepest flaws. So, at the end of the day, he doesn't know my deepest stuff, and he doesn't have to. Neither do I know his. So, simple. From a normal perspective, if you're a person who doesn't come from generational wealth, you at least should know how to talk because it will be essential for you. Let me give you an example. I had a group of friends which were very smart. I would sit with them during difficult classes like math and computer science or study sessions. I enjoyed learning with them simple. If, on the other hand, I was hanging out with some like kids who weren't good at studying, it would mess up my grades. So at the time of study, I would sit with people who actually knew how to study and got good grades. And then I had another group of fun people, average grades. I merged the smart group and that group together. And if I wanted fun, I'd just hang out with the fun guys. And if I was in study mode, I'd go with smart dudes. So, and then I also had another group I knew. It was filled with like entrepreneurial mindset people as they came from rich families. So I was friends with them too. Now, these people were great, but they would sometimes smoke, and I don't. So if they offered, I would just say no, simple, and they respected it. Or I would just leave with some excuse so I don't get blamed because they sometimes would like bunker class and smoke in a empty class. And if I was caught with them, my reputation would suffer for no reason. Plus, these guys would curse a lot, and I don't like to curse in real life. So I won't curse with them. It's that simple. I would talk respectfully and the stuff, and it establishes a boundary between these people. It will help them understand your boundaries. So I didn't have to change my morals to be with them. They sometimes were like misogynistic, and I would correct them on statements that were too misogynistic or like very harsh. They would listen, and if they would make fun of me on that, I would make fun of them back. Simple. And by the way, these guys ended up helping some women later on. So I hope like they grew a bit. So friendship doesn't mean compromising your morals and your thoughts. It just means putting yourself out there because nowadays surviving as a socially awkward person is going to be really, really hard. You need connections. You need to know how to navigate different social groups. You need to understand that not every friend needs to be your soulmate. Some friends are just there for specific purposes, and that's completely okay. It's practical, it's smart, and that's how the real world works. Like all of us, if you have been in business and economics, we all study the basic concept of specialization. And yes, sometimes you have to get help of others and do what you are good at. That's all right. There is nothing, you don't need to know the other person's deepest flaws and deepest regrets just to work with him. That's as simple as it is. So, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you learned something. And if you have like some arguments against that, sure, pull them up. Uh, bye bye.